Shalom. Let's give all glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, zealots, and apostles of great millstone. Also to you brothers out there putting on this truth faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. This is the book of Proverbs 11, verse 4, and it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Now, we know a lot of jakes right now. I mean, even though you're seeing what's going on here in Great Babylon, America, and across this earth with all of the tribulations that these nations have starting to face right now, and in particular Great Babylon, America, which is seeing an economic downturn, okay, you know, with a lot of job losses, people getting evicted out of their place. You're seeing the price of food, gas, and commodity going up. Okay, you have a lot of jakes that are still in that spirit, because why? They have been profiting really from Great Babylon, America. Okay, we can look at these celebrities. Okay, you look at these businessmen. You look at these entrepreneurial Jake. You know, these are the same ones that drive by in a nice sports car. You know, past the camps. You know, when we were out there on the highway and the byway. You know, and they would intentionally turn their music up or stick their heads out. You know, with their music up really loud. You know, because they look and view us as just what simple men just standing out there. You know, we look like a ragtag group, or you know, a ragtag individual holding a Bible in our hand as if we have nothing else to do. And these men perceive what the Bible as just being a means for what a loser would hold in their hands, because if you had something going for you in life, you would have a nice car like they do, driving around with a pretty girl, you know, playing the music, blasting, you know, counting your fiat money in your hands, you know. And this is a spirit you see here going on, and any brother who goes out there on the highway and the byway can tell you that this is what they see. Okay, and this is what Jake them really believe. They put all their hope into this. They go, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. We are putting all of our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because what? We understand the nature of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's what? He's known as what? The Lord of hosts. Host means war. Okay, so he's coming back to do what? Bring judgment, okay, and tribulation on this earth. We can go into the book of Zephaniah 1 and start verse 15. It says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Notice that it keeps talking about darkness, okay? So it's not talking about light. When you associate, what do you associate darkness with? You associate darkness with what? Something that's going to be a little bit creepy, the unknown, something that may jump at you, you know. And these things, when you actually look at it metaphorically, these can be what? The tribulation that's going to come, okay? There's a time that we know it's called what? Jacob's trouble, okay? And so the Lord is saying that he since he gave us the laws, okay, that as a family, that the family, we're the only family that he has known, he is going to do what? Judge Yarsharala, a so-called blacks and the Americans and Latino first. We're going to be the one that's going to be going through Jacob's trouble. It says a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high tower. So we know Great Babylon, America is not immune to that. We saw what happened what happened over there with Turkey, okay, Syria and those areas around there where you had that earthquake, just like that, changed the lives of almost 4,000 people. Okay, just like that, destroy them. Okay, and the lives of tens of thousands of others right now without electricity, running water, food to eat, and basically no hope. Okay, so that's going to be coming here to Great Babylon, America. And it says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they will walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, and their blood should be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. When you think of dung, what is dung? Dung is basically poop. Okay, so basically we will start to become really worthless. Okay, so you see that this money that Jake is putting all the trust into is not really, it's not going to be beneficial, okay, in the time when the Lord is going to visit this earth. And we see those times right now happening right now, manifesting with the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai visiting the earth. This is the book of Psalms 62 and 10. It says, trust not in oppression, and become not vain of robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Now you can look at that first line right there where it says, trust not in oppression. Who oppresses the children of Israel? Okay, the so-called white man, the Edomites. Okay, Esau. Okay, and it said, become not vain in robbery. Who rob, okay, the nations of the world, in particular, who rob, you know, Jake, okay, so-called blacks and the Americans and Latino, okay, Yarsharala, okay, out of our identity, out of our culture, okay, out of our freedom, okay, out of our ability to even understand or even know the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. Okay, and it says, if riches increase, meaning that this man has beguiled you to go what and accept the way of life he's going on here like that, and for you to forget what? Your heritage. Okay, you want to give everything that your heart, body, and spirit to Esau. Set not your heart upon them. Meaning what? We have to live here. This is part of the judgment. Deuteronomy 28. We have to go through the oppression. We have to go through the tribulation. Okay, basically walking on eggshells here in Great Babylon, America. But if you do happen to have something to do, a little bit of money that's coming into it, understand who it's coming from. Okay, what you need to use it for. Okay, and actually never trust this man, because why? We are never to what? Trust our enemy. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. Okay, because again, this is going to basically build upon what I just just brought to you. Okay, from the book of Psalm 62 and 10, when it says trust not in oppression. So when you go into Ecclesiastes 7 and 12, it says, we're going to start with verse 11. It says, wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So basically, you have money, but if you have no wisdom, okay, it is not going to really defend you. And we can see this over and over and over with Jake them. You see Jake them, they go bankrupt. Okay, they forsake paying their bills. Okay, they focus more on giving the money away to the women, in the form of these, gifts and accolades and jewelry and everything like that. And in the end, we've seen it over and over and over with these celebrities and even these regular Jakes. They wind up under a bridge, or they wind up panning for change on the side of the road. Okay, because they have no wisdom. See, if they understood the laws of Yahweh Shem Shai and the guide that Yahweh Shem Shai had given to us, it says, this is back to Psalm 62 and 10. It says, trust not in oppression, become not vain in robbery. Meaning what? You get the money, don't get stupid with it. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Now, when you go back again to Ecclesiastes 7, verse 11, when it says, wisdom is good with inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. What can money do? Money pays your bill. Okay, money can keep you from doing what? A lot of the wicked things that Esau wants you to go and do, because why? You have the money to be able to what? Sustain yourself from those things. Okay, you don't have to go and be God by Esau, who's offering you something free, because there's no such thing as free. The devil is never going to give you anything free. Okay, never trust the devil. Okay, and so it is a defense so that you don't live homeless. Okay, you're not begging. You don't have to. If you're a woman, you don't have to sell your body. If you're a man, you don't have to go and do what? Do illicit things like selling drugs or committing crimes or whatever the case is. That was just going to cost what? Your freedom and possibly your life. Okay, so you're using that money to do what? Pay your bills. Keep it real simple. Food, groceries, a little fun here and there, but always give thanks and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, for giving you and allowing you to have that. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 14 and verse 3. And it says, riches are not calmly for a niggard, and what shall an envious man do with the money? Now we've seen this over and over. The repos. Okay, I mean, we can name a couple of celebrities like that. Ja Rule. Okay, who else? I think Busta Rhymes is one of those. Okay, we had MC Hammer. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with these sports players, these rappers, these entertainers. Okay, you may even know somebody personally in your life that you've seen. Basically, what? Okay, they had a little bit of money. Okay, maybe not billions or not millions, but it was what? Not calmly for them. It wasn't something that was given. It was good for them, because why? They were niggers. Okay, they did not use wisdom with the money, and so as a result, they end up what? Homeless on the streets. In some cases, prison. Who you can name the biggest one? What's his name? Surge Knight. He owned a record company, and now he's out serving what? A 30-year sentence. You can say R. Kelly sold millions of records. Okay, a celebrity living in mansions, and now he's sitting in a doggone what? 3x5 cell for the rest of his life. I mean, seriously, those are niggas. Okay, this is the book of 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced himself through with many sorrows. Okay, so now we can look at these pulpit pastors like Petrodollar, who is that? The other guy there that speaks, the other fat-faced guy. Okay, many of these pastors, in fact, okay, your everyday pastors, not even the super ones. Okay, they they love money, and it's wicked and evil, because what they take with that money and do with it, okay, they might show the sister the bank account, in the church, there's not this man's wife, in the audience, show them the bank account that they have, and this woman is beguiled by that, by the things that she can receive from it, because she's very carnal and worldly, okay, and he's committing adultery with her, and this is what's going on. Now you're able to commit adultery when you're a man, because you have the ability to do what? Finance the carnality minded woman, okay, who's looking for what? Exotic dinners, jewelries, gifts, and all the other different things like that. And so this is why this is always could be committed to as evil, and adultery is evil. Okay. Now we can always look at the so-called white man, but this message is really for you, Jake. So there, because why? Many of you have taken the part of being a niggard with your money. Okay. You're being a niggard, okay? You're not being wise with it, okay? And so you can see here with 1 Timothy 6:10 goes into the fact that the love of money, when you love it, okay, the fact is you're thinking of wickedness, wicked things to do with it, okay, is the root of all evil. So you go right down to it, when Jake's committing these evil acts, it's always because of the love of money, okay? Let's close out here with the book of Isaiah 31, and when it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt," which is this place, Great Babylon, America, is known as spiritual Egypt, and Sodom, for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither see the Lord Yahweh Shem Yashai. Again, Jake will go and do anything for money. There was a picture here where it shows the Jake on the ground, looking like he's drinking out of a bottle, but in reality, the bottle was somehow next to a man, genital area like that. So obviously the message is for sending it is that Jacob be willing to give a man fellatio, okay, for money. And the things that Jake will do, dressing up his skirts in high heel or whatever the hell Esau tell him to do for that check, okay, with those couple zeros behind of it, is well, it's quite frankly, it's deplorable, okay. And this is why you see Isaiah 31:1, where the Lord said that this is only going to bring what? Sorrow, because at the end of the day, who's judging Yarsharala, Israel, us so-called blacks and the Americans, Latino? Okay, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. So why are you bowing down to this doggone man, Esau, for his filthy lucre, for his petrodollar, which is soon to be done away? Why? Because the Lord is going to force Esau and make Esau bring out what? The mark of the beast, okay, the microchip, okay. So he's going to be doing away with the doggone tangible piece of paper that's in your hand with the so-called white man face on it, okay. So Jake, so you need to wake the hell up, okay. Money, while it's a great defense, while it's in existence right now, before they bring on the MOTB, in which the Lord is going to have his particular people that he's going to protect, which is the 1/3 of Yarsharala, Israel, so-called blacks and the American and Latino. The rest of you are going to fall to the wayside into this death trap, because you have not waken out of this deep sleep. So Lord willing, you are edified. I'd like to close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, also to you brothers that put no this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that tuning in. Shalom.
Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man.